Grace and peace, everybody. Grace and peace to you. This is round two. This is gonna be a midnight with Dear Woke Christian. Late at night. Dear Woke Christian After Dark. Let's do Dear Woke Christian After Dark. I like that one. Man, cleaning the traps out, end of the day, getting ready to wrap it up, and ran across an email. Shout out to, I believe this is Caustic Chameleon, sent me a fantastic article to look at to end the night because things keep dropping on Thursday and Fridays here in this whole weird world that we're in currently. So 2024 has just been totally out of pocket, and it has not disappointed us whatsoever. So you saw the thumbnail, you saw the title, you know what we're about to do. So let's get at it. So what we're looking at tonight is we're going to look at basically the strong possibility that the New York shenanigans trial, the kangaroo court, the Banana Republic high order is possibly going to go into mistrial. I'm hesitant to say that it will. That's why even on the thumbnail I said mistrial with a question mark. But I want to look at it and I want to see what you all think. I definitely want to hear your thoughts and opinions on this matter because we back at it again. I don't know how we've got here. So let's just talk about it. What are you talking about, Jason? So Judge Marchant just issued a letter today, and we see it is from good old Juan right there, Juan in the building via email. Okay. It was today, the 7th of June. It was sent to Todd Blanche as well as the ADA Joshua Steinglass. All right. And what is it about? Listen to what he says. Dear counsel, pull that in a little bit. Dear counsel, today the court became aware of a comment that was posted on the United States, or rather the Unified Court System's public Facebook page, in which I now bring to your attention. In the comment, the user, Michael Anderson, states, my cousin is a juror and says Trump is getting convicted. Thank you, folks, for your hard work. Now, if you go online and see the screenshot of it, you'll see that it's a week ago today. So a week ago would have been last Thursday or before, maybe even that Wednesday night. So seems to rhyme with it. Let's continue. The comment, now labeled as 1 week old, responded to a routine UCS notice posted on May 29th, 2024 regarding oral arguments in the 4th Department of the Appellate Division unrelated to this proceedings. The posting entitled, the Appellate Division's 4th Department will hear oral, switch over, and pull this down, oral arguments this morning at 10 o'clock. I'm sorry, at 10. And the comments are both viewable at, and then give you the link right there. And it's signed by Judge Marchant, and we got all that. I think there's something wrong here. And what I mean by that, and why I say I think something wrong here is because as soon as they saw it, they posted it and made it available. They didn't do any due diligence to find out who this person was. And I'm worried that by doing that, they'll never know. And I don't know if it's going to be a mistrial. Because, I mean, it could be somebody that's lying. Maybe it's somebody who's not their cousin. Maybe it's just a made-up individual. I don't know. But I'm sure people that believe Trump was innocent are dancing in the street, and people that believe that Trump was guilty are wringing their hands. And they're going to be, woe is me, woe is me. But I don't know if this is a smoking gun. I mean, we could all argue. I've heard tons of people dissecting the jury's instructions, how the closing arguments were formulated, so on and so forth. So there's definitely a lot of room for interpretation and critique. But I don't know about this one. I'm really not feeling this. Because it feels like, okay, if you knew this was here, why did you not, why, And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I don't get it. Maybe they have to report to counsel as soon as it happens, even if they haven't done the due diligence. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's the point. Once you see something that's, going awry, you have to report it immediately. Maybe that's the point. And instead of waiting to do the due diligence to find out, I don't know if it's FBI or police or whomever needs to find out who this person is, and if in fact they are related to a juror. And if we listen right here. Okay, now there's nothing else in here. I did read elsewhere that the person replied back and said she. So it did cue off that the cousin that he's referring to is a female. So that would whittle it down. I think there was 7 females and 5 males. So that would at least give you a little bit more context of who to look at in regards to that. But I mean, this could be a total and complete sham. It could be totally made up. So I don't know if that's something that's worthy to, lack of a better term, start claiming that Trump is innocent, so on and so forth, before anything else is really made clear. I don't know about that one. I'm worried that people are going to start really going too far afield, and they don't have to. And they're definitely not required to do so. You don't have to be that. You don't have to do that. You literally just let the chips fall where they may. But let's go ahead and bring in we got a quick video pertaining to it. I do want to hear if you have some commentary on it. Thank you. There's about 33 of you all watching. It's about 10 of you all that have liked the video, which I really do appreciate. I know this is Dear Woke After Dark. It's super late, and I appreciate you taking the time to hang out with me. There's lots of other things that you could be doing, so I really do honor and respect your time. So let's go ahead and jump into this. Let's go. If I can do it right.
Welcome back here to Live Now from Fox. I'm Andrew Kraft. Thanks for being with us. We have a major update in the wake of the guilty conviction against former President Donald Trump just last week in his hush money payment trial, found guilty on all 34 felony counts of falsifying business records. What we want to bring to you now, we're getting this news in from a letter that the judge in the case, Juan Merchan, has sent to the relative parties in the case, and this is the gist of the letter. Judge Juan Merchan just sent this letter to the parties, informing them of a comment that was left on the New York State Unified Court System's Facebook page.
Why there?
May the 29th. That's the day before the verdict. The comment reads, quote, "My cousin is a juror," and says Trump is getting convicted. "Thank you, folks, for all your hard work!" Exclamation point ×4. The comment was posted regarding oral arguments in the 4th Department of the Appellate Division, which is unrelated to the case. So I would say, and I think it's safe to say, this is quite significant. According to our sources at Fox, a Trump campaign official telling Fox News Digital, quote, "We are investigating the matter." We're also learning from our sources at Fox the comment appears to be deleted from the Facebook page. A court spokesperson says this to Fox, quote, "As appropriate, the court informed the parties once it learned of this online content." So I want to put up the tweet here of the letter. I have the letter in my hand. Molly Crane Newman, she's a court reporter for the New York Daily News. And that's the quote from the Facebook post. "My cousin is a juror," and says Trump is getting convicted. "Thank you, folks, for all your hard work." All right, we got to bring in Jeremy Rosenthal yet again to talk about this. I'm sure he has lots of thoughts about this. Okay, Jeremy, a lot of people are talking about online this very comment saying, okay, conviction, it's going to be vacated, it's going to be overturned, this was a mistrial, they don't even have to appeal it because of this very comment. Is that accurate? Is that how these things work here?
It's how they begin, and it's, again, kind of talking again about the sweater where you pull the thread. It can turn into that, but there's a long way to go. The law favors finality of judgments, and the law also favors leaving jurors alone and kind of letting them do their service. We want people to show up for jury duty. We don't want them to have to serve in perpetuity, and we don't want them really harassed after the fact. So there are privileges which prevent jurors from testifying. So to be clear, here's the steps that the Trump team needs to take. They need to get to the bottom of this. The judge alerted them to it, didn't have to do that. Very appropriate for Judge Marchand to do that. He alerted the Trump defense team of that.
So I'm wondering, he says that he didn't have to do that. So that's kind of interesting to me. So if he found this out and he did not tell anybody, it would have just slid under the radar. That seems interesting. I'm not certain. I'm looking right now on X to see if there's any legal minds that are talking about this, because it would really be interesting. I would love to hear other people's thoughts.
Give them enough information to start investigating. They have to get to whether or not this thing is true. And then if it's true, they have to be able to file a motion that's got some legs behind it, that's going to show enough cause to kind of break through some of those privileges that are going to allow the jurors to testify. If there's a leak on that jury and there's some truth to this, then the issue becomes, okay, was there juror misconduct? And did the misconduct result in an unfair deliberations for Mr. Trump? So this is kind of how these things start. Okay. They're a long way from making any hay with this, but this is how it goes. And I think we talked about it, right? That in the days and weeks after the fact, this is what we're looking for. We're looking for these types of issues. This jury was not sequestered. That was an issue. Maybe this is something, maybe it's nothing. In kind of looking at this issue before you and I talked, I saw a Politico report, and it was a very vague report. I'm not them, that it appears that this could be a troll who regularly trolls the New York court systems and their social media. But Donald Trump and his team ought to, and very likely will, very aggressively investigate this.
Okay. Jeremy, I have the letter in front of me. You're saying that Judge Juan Merchan, he didn't have to notify Todd Blanche, Trump's lead defense counsel, and/or Josh Steinglass, the assistant district attorney, but he did. But that's not court procedure. He didn't have to do that.
I wouldn't think so, no. The prosecutor has a duty to turn over information to a criminal defendant. That information is called Brady information, and I'm sure the viewers are really familiar that that's evidence that shows innocence. This is not Brady information, and the judge is not the prosecutor. So I'm not aware of any duty, unless there's a New York statute that requires the court to turn this over, because probably there was a long conversation with the social media folks and the court people deciding, well, what do we do about this, right? Yeah. And the judge says, well, I'm going to send this guy's lawyer something, and I'm going to send the prosecutor the same thing. Yeah. And they're within what's called the time that the court has plenary power, which means that the judgment is not final and the court can still hear this. If we learned about this 2 years from now, it may very well be too late.
All right, live now look there. In New York City, we know the sentencing date for Trump is set for July the 11th. But, Jeremy, we're talking about jurors after the fact. The comment implies that a juror said something about what the verdict might be before the verdict was rendered, and I wouldn't even know, how that could happen. I mean, how could that happen? You could have one juror say to their relative, this is how I'm feeling, but they don't speak for the whole jury.
No, that's right. And the jury was still out at that point. So one juror who says, we're going to go convict him, and that, look, let's investigate it. Trump's team is going to investigate it. Trump is fortunate that his team has the resources to investigate it. And then let's see what comes of it. But it sometimes, like I said, it's the start of the thread getting pulled. Sometimes it's something, sometimes it's nothing.
Yeah, you would imagine whatever the investigation looks like, that they can determine quite quickly, if it is some type of bot or troll on the New York court Facebook page. Lastly, though, what do you think Alvin Bragg, his team of prosecutors in their office today, when they got this news, are they worried or are they taking it, calmly, so to speak? I mean, should the Bragg team be worried about this?
I think their initial reaction was, insert four-letter word. I mean, they didn't do anything wrong here, and this threatens their conviction. There's nothing worse than working really hard on a case like this for a long, long time, and then something completely out of your control, spinning it out of control. They'll deal with it. They know the law on it, and they'll do what they can. But, due process, Mr. Trump's going to have the ability to see if there's something here, and then we'll see.
Yeah. I mean, is this an arrow in the quiver of the Trump appeal effort, do you think?
Could be.
Okay.
Again, we'll see what comes of it. But it ultimately, if it turns out that there's some legs to this and this is real, and then the judge says, well, we're not going to have a hearing about it, that could be problematic.
All right. And Jeremy, just lastly, because I'm thinking of these questions on the fly, I have so many for you. I was back in Michigan earlier this week visiting family, visiting friends. A lot of people were asking me about the Trump guilty verdict. And a lot of their questions centered around the fact, why do you think we haven't heard from one of the jurors yet? It's been more than a week. It's not that much time, but you would have imagined maybe, I don't know if you think this, that one of them might have spoken out, that maybe they would have gotten some type of exclusive interview, wrote on social media. I mean, we have this comment on the New York State Court Facebook page, but that's from a quote-unquote relative of a juror, not a juror. So do you think we're going to hear from them soon or not? I mean, they're free to go about their daily lives and not talk about this ever again, but kind of human nature would seem dictates that maybe you want to talk about that. That's a pretty big life moment for any of these 12 people.
I hadn't given that a lot of thought, honestly, Andrew, but I think you're right. If we were going to hear from these folks, we probably would have heard from them by now. Maybe somebody's getting a book deal that we don't know about.
Wow.
If somebody's going to speak up, it doesn't do Donald Trump any good unless they do it right now or just immediately after some kind of sentencing. So we'll see. Also, maybe the jury was admonished, look, he still hasn't been sentenced. Don't go out and say anything publicly. That could influence it. But I'm with you. I think we would have heard it by now.
All right. Jeremy Rosenthal, as always, thanks for going a little long with us today. On this Friday, always a lot to get to. Have a good weekend, Jeremy.
Thanks, Andrew. You too.
All right. So you saw the letter. We see here, I'm going to pull in real quick on X. You see that our friend of the channel, Phil, is talking about, he says, uh-oh, it looks like there was jury misconduct in the Trump trial. We knew these jurors would not be able to avoid telling their friends and relatives that it should be probably that they were going to get Trump. It's time for a mistrial with prejudice and no retrial. But will Marshawn do the right thing? And of course, there's the letter right there. What do y'all think about this? This is such a wild story. And shout out to everybody that has stopped by to check us out. I just wanted to have this conversation, see what y'all thought about it. So let's see what we got. I appreciate y'all so much for hanging out with me on tonight. And shout out to the best live chat on the planet. I really do appreciate it. Doubt it will come to anything, Melina says. Anything, really? Wow, okay. I don't know either, but man, nothing? It's not about to give Trump a win, but it might be something for appeal. Okay, I can dig it. I know DWC will have his thoughts on this as our resident pre-K law student. Oh, absolutely. I can't let you people down. I can't let my people down. I can't let my folk down. Not at all. Good evening, Discernment Files. Good to see you. Good to see you all. Absolutely. Let's see what we got. Oh, goodness. I may not be able to stay up till midnight. Oh, don't worry. I'm not going to be up to midnight either. Let me tell you. I got to take President Firstborn. We're going to get up in the morning and we're going to go driving at dusk. So she gets some practice driving in the morning, early in the morning, or in the dark. I need her practicing in that. So. All right, let's see what we got. Good stuff. And Debbie says, because we're supposed to ignore the news over the weekend, nothing to see here. Really? Okay. I just thought I would talk about it because I'd really like to hear what you all think about it. So, okay. I totally get it. Good evening, Tawanda. Good to see you. Thank you so much for stopping by, hanging out with us. Costa Chameleon, didn't you send me this article? Wasn't it you? I think. I don't like reading people's names out loud, but I think it was you. All right, let's see. That's grounds, I believe, Debbie says. Okay, I'm with you. I understand. I think it's grounds as well, but we will see. But I think I'm just kind of interested, like, why Why did Marshawn just, as soon as they saw it, he reported it rather than do the research and the due diligence to find out if in fact it was real before anything like that happened? Just seems weird. So it was a week after, and what, like 6 weeks until his sentencing? Because it's almost a month, right? Sentencing is like the 11th of July. So almost a month. So yeah, almost 5 weeks till sentencing. This seems weird to me. I don't know. I'm trying to wrap my mind around why did they do that. All right, so some people are saying, Transplanted Texan says that this was a troll, okay? Now, I'm wondering, is it a troll because I don't want it to be true? Or is it a troll because it really was a troll? Just my thoughts. Common sense should prevail, Jason. It's pretty clear what happened. Oh, now, I do believe that's what happened in the actual trial for sure. I mean, now, and keep in mind, whoever posted it the day before they actually came back with a conviction. So it does seem like they knew that something was going on. So there's, I don't want to say there's legs there, but there's definitely, where there's smoke, there's fire. There we go. We'll use that old adage. Where there's smoke, there's fire. Well, that is true as well, Discernment Files. By all rights, this case should have never been brought. I agree. If it's a true story, says Bella, it needs to be a mistrial with prejudice. Shouldn't put Trump on anybody through this whole trial again. It's not fair to anyone. Plus, he wouldn't be able to campaign another 7 weeks. Well, they would have to find jurors. So there's already a whole bunch of, yeah, I'm with you 100%. But I'm wondering who's going to be the honest one and say, yeah, we found this guy. He really is a real person. He really is related to juror number whatever. And we've talked to juror number whatever. It's very possible that she did, in fact, say this to him. Who's going to be that brave person to do that? Because I think it will take that kind of, bravery. It'll take that kind of honesty. It'll take that kind of upfrontness to step up. But we'll see. Let's see. I don't think they would do another trial, though. I don't think that. If this happens, if this is a mistrial, that I do, my little pre-K law stuff, okay, that would be a mistrial with prejudice. And it would be double jeopardy. It wouldn't be able to try him again for it. And then let's just be honest. There's no way they're going to find 14 jurors, 12 and 2 alternates to do this all over again. Nobody's going to. All you got to do is ask, do you have an opinion about Trump being a felon? They're going to be booting everybody out. They're going to have to call 2,000 people. And it's going to be crazy. Yeah, thank you so much, Transplanted Texan. If you do like this type of stuff, I do like having these types of discussions with you all, just going over cases. I'm a pre-K law student. I know nothing. I have no bona fides, no LSATs, no bar license. But I just like to read these cases and kind of get your thoughts and opinions on it. So if you do like that social and political commentary from a Christian male perspective, go on and hit that like button. And if you don't like this type of stuff, I appreciate you hanging around and staying this long. Hit the like button on the way out. And either way, it does help a lot. Thanks a lot. Yeah, I can. This is going to go so south. And the bad thing is that now imagine if jurors do start to speak and Trump is still on gag order about this, that's going to be crazy. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of problems with this. I mean, I understand the whole, it could be a troll. That makes sense too. It could be a troll. It could have been a troll because, yeah. Or it could have been somebody just being as honest. They really did talk to their cousin and they really didn't think anybody was going to say anything about it. I don't know. It was done the day before and we didn't know that they were going to make their decision on Thursday. So if it was posted on Wednesday and they're saying tomorrow, it does sound like they had some inside scoop. And it was truly done in the past. It wasn't just, somebody's not just changing the date or whatever. So I don't know, man. This one seems, it could have some legs, I guess. Okay, what does Debbie say? My husband My husband attorney said, if it's true, it could be grounds. Okay, so what I want to know from your husband, Debbie, if possible, what does he think they're going to have to do to find out if it's true? Like, is there any means by which they can, I don't know, survey people's families, or do they just get rid of it? I don't know. I would love to know what is the process for investigating this. If he has any idea, if there's any kind of a statute or any kind of way that they go about solving it. They'll investigate it first. If true, yes, it's grounds. Okay, thank you so much, Debbie. I appreciate my moderators. Thank you all so much. I appreciate all the back and forth, giving good shout outs to everybody. Thank you all for that. The judge didn't even quote it directly as it was written. Makes me wonder. Real? Oh, now I gotta go back and look at the thing. Are you for real? Something told me. Something told me I should have pulled the actual comment up. Something told me. I knew it. Okay, wait. Let me find the quote, the tweet. Because, yeah, that probably would be problematic. Okay, so. Oh, man. All right. Here we go. We're down the rabbit hole, y'all. We are going. Let's get into the rabbit hole. Okay. All right. New York State Unified Court System. This is that Michael Anderson guy. Thank you all for your, and this is the one I heard earlier. Thank you all for your hard against MAGA crazies. My cousin is a juror on Trump's trial case, and they're going to convict him tomorrow, according to her. I knew it. I knew somebody there was a pronoun in there. I knew it. Her. So now we know that this is allegedly a female juror. But let us continue. Thank you, New York counts. And so the person came back. I don't know who this is. Lopsided free speech. Well, you just implicated your cousin in a crime. If what you say is true, it is against the law for jurors to discuss the case before it had ended. Thank you for shedding light on your cousin's actions. And then it says, now we are married. I have no idea what that means. But it's, yeah, I was like, I knew. And so shout out to Private, who said that Marshawn did not actually quote it correctly. I was wondering where I saw that, and you're right. It's right here. So that's going to be real wild. That's going to be wild. Okay, let's see if there's any others here. Hopefully nothing crazy. Well, here's the beginning of it. Let me see. This might be the beginning of it. So let's see. Maybe Marshawn was right. Let's see. New York State Unified System. New York court system seems to be entirely crooked. And then here is the initial comment. There we go. My cousin is a juror and says Trump is getting convicted. Thank you, folks, for all your hard work. And that is the quote that Marchant. Yeah, that's what Marchant is quoting right here. Okay, there we go. But he didn't go back and read. He didn't quote the other things, which I think would have added a little bit more color and complexity to it.
Welcome back here to Live Now from Fox. I'm Andrew Kraft. Thanks for being with us. We have a major...
Mr. Kraft. Sorry about that. Okay, continue. My cousin's a juror, just said that. And then this person, Stephen Owen, says, thanks. That provides grounds for throwing out any conviction. And we see that this was on the 29th. So this was definitely before the trial ended. So, yikes. Okay. All right. What do y'all think? What are y'all thinking, people? What y'all thinking? I think, you know what? We can give it some percentage. What is your percent belief that this is true versus a let me put a poll on there. What is your belief that this is true versus it being a troll? Let's start with that. All right, let's drop a poll in here. All right, all right, I'm just gonna start with yes or no. We'll just start with a yes or no. Is it true or is it false? So it is true, yes or no. There, that'd be just the start, and then we can go from there. Let's see what other good commentaries come through in here. Marchant just wrote the letter today. It was on the court website. The guy didn't say anything back until they found out that they could have put their relatives in jeopardy, a possible jail. Let me see. I got you with that. Let's see. So you're saying, I don't know, Bella. Let's pull it back in. Let's look at it again. And I could be wrong, but if I'm understanding your point correctly, let's just pull this in. Okay, got it. And let's just jump over here to so this is the original comment. The court system's crooked. Then this guy makes a statement. And then somebody makes a statement right here, which is the whole that you've given us grounds for throwing out the case. And then, let me see real quick. It looks like there was a comment between here. If you look right here, you can clearly see there's a comment right before that. And it says he's perfect, something like that. So then the cousin replied a week ago and said, "Thank you for your hard work against the MAGA crazies. My cousin is a juror on Trump's criminal case, and they're going to convict him tomorrow, according to her. Thank you, New York courts." And then Lopsided Freedom replies, and then he replies back immediately. So I don't know. Bella, they've been having conversation. And yeah, I'm just looking to see if there's anything with dates. It looks like they were having conversation in pretty regular real time, if you will. But tell me if I'm seeing something different. And let me drop this link for y'all in the chat as well, so you have that for your review also down in the chat. Thank you so much. I appreciate all 46 of you all that have liked the video. If I could get 4 more, that would be great. Push me above 50. That would be dope. Marchant wasn't obligated to say anything. That would have been the prosecutor's office duty. I agree. So, okay. I'm just wondering, what could be fake. Site doesn't sound official talk. Okay, but they said this is the New York State Unified Court System, that this was their official page. So, I mean, it could be fake. It could be, I don't know if the page is fake. Maybe the commenter might be fake, but I don't know about the page being fake. But it could be. You're right. It could be. All right, let's see what we got. His latest CYA post starts with, "Take it easy. I'm a professional." I thought I saw that too. Melody. I like that. All right, let's see this. I saw that somewhere as well. So let's see. I'm gonna see if I could find that. I did see something akin to that, and I wasn't certain what was. Sometimes Twitter gets really out of pocket. So, all right, let's see. I don't see that post, but I did see it somewhere, but I don't know where I saw it. Found it. Okay, now when was this? 28 minutes ago. All right, let's see what he's let's pull this up and see. All right, I do apologize for the language in here, but I appreciate y'all. We're just looking at it just to, investigate. So let's move this guy out of the way. And this is 28 minutes ago. I don't know when that 28 minutes ago was. Take it easy. I'm a professional troublemaker. Definition: internet culture troublemaker or trash poster is active using an online forum or social media page to post content that is of aggressively, ironically, and trollishly poor quality. Troublemakers are generally intentionally designed to derail discussions or cause the biggest reaction with the least effort. It may even sometimes be orchestrated as part of a coordinated flame war to render a website unusable by its regular visitors. Okay. I mean, it does sound like you're trying to cover yourself. That's what it sounds like to me. Like, oh, let me tell you, I'm a troublemaker. I'm a professional troublemaker on the internet. And I'm doing this. The reason I posted that is because I'm a troublemaker. Okay, sounds like some cope, man. Sounds like some cope to me. It could be a troll, though, but okay, so if it was a troll, which I'm fine, I can totally see why you would say a troll. Okay, but does a troll always have to be lying? Or can a troll actually be somebody telling the truth just to antagonize you? Just wondering. I'm interesting. I'm finding this fascinating. I told y'all before, I think I've always thought this all was theater anyway. So all of this is just interesting to me. So that being the case, when someone does something evil, the truth always comes to light. I agree. Oh, well, we know judges lean one way or another. And Marshawn was definitely leaning, dare I say, built a house on one side of the argument than the other, for sure. It's so stupid and off the wall. Kind of think it's real. See, that's what I'm saying, James. Here, let me check this poll. Let's see what the poll is saying. What are y'all saying in the poll? Ooh, the poll is getting a little aggressive here. I like it. All right, so I ask, this post is real. I say yes or no. 69% of you all said yes. 31% said no. Okay. So this is a question, though, because I love this type of stuff. Does a troll could be saying something that's real. They're just saying it in a way. And if you go back and read his bases right here. So trash poster is the act of using online forum or social media page to post content that is of aggressively, ironically, and trollishly poor quality. That doesn't mean that it's not true. That just means I'm saying it aggressively. I'm saying it ironically. I'm trying to find the irony of it in it. And I'm trolling you or being trollish. That doesn't necessarily mean it has to be untrue. But rather it could be just saying it in bad taste or whatever that nature. It would be kind of like making a statement about a deceased actor soon after they pass away. Well, it might be known, common knowledge. Everybody knows this person was a bad person, and they're saying it right then. Maybe it might just be considered a troll, but it's not true. It's actually true. So I don't know. I want to hear what y'all think. And by the way, thank y'all so much. We got 60 people who like the video. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. And almost 100 watching. So let's finish this up. That or they couldn't handle the blowback from the verdict. Okay, I got you. Okay, I think it's real, Kim says. Too easy. Who's tomorrow? Okay, here we go. Tamara Moore says it's too convenient. Right? Yeah. I got you. Uh, but does that mean that it's wrong? They just found it. Okay. It's Tiffany Henry's troll account. Look at that. Look at that. You know Tiffany Henry got like 15 troll accounts. You know it. You know she does. All right. Now that it does. Now that I will give you. It does have the odor of mendacity. I need to pull that in. I might need to bring that little meme in real quick. In the odor of mendacity. All right. So what we got here? What we got here? Let's talk about that. Is it going to be easy to determine if this person is real or has a relative on the jury? I don't know. That's a great question. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, I feel comfortable if the person is real and there is a real juror that is related to him. First of all, if Michael Anderson is real and he does in fact have a cousin that is a female that was on the Trump jury, we will know, I'm going to say by Monday, hands down. Trust me, somebody might even know now. They might know now. The internet detectives are undefeated, okay? They are undefeated. So if this dude is real and in fact he does have a cousin that is what was on the Trump jury, we'll know by Monday. And that's being slow, okay? We might know before lunchtime tomorrow. But so I understand, Debbie. I just wanted to know what y'all thought. Unless he has a crystal ball, how did he come to the conclusion they were going to convict him? He said Trump is getting convicted tomorrow. I love this. I love this type of conversation. I love it because it's just a good back and forth. You know what? I'm going to drop the link. Y'all, come on. If you want to, you can jump in for a few minutes and talk. Let me drop y'all the link just in case. We got to talk about this topic. Y'all know I like to here, I'm going to drop the link because I want to hear what y'all think. That's why I like that, because I like the fact that you all think about things and are able to put them together from different perspectives. And ultimately, I also like the fact that you all are in this chat and some of you are in disagreement with one another. And I don't see anything that's vitriolic. I take the time sometimes to go over the live chat after the fact. While I'm doing edit, I might just kind of scroll through it. And it's always super uplifting, even though people are in disagreement. And I think that's like kudos to every last one of y'all, because that's why I say this is the best live chat. Oh, where my little marker go that said that? You know, I had the little scroller on the bottom and said, y'all the best live chat on the planet. Where'd it go? I don't know. Here, let's make another one. All right, let's do that. All right. But yeah, and you all are super respectful and super willing to listen to somebody else that you disagree with. And I think that is amazing. So hats off to you all for that. And now the thing won't move, right? All right, so let's see what we got. It was all planned. Okay, tomorrow I got you. Good point, Mama Mama Joe's. Oh, I do need to bring out the going to jail meme. Somebody gonna go to jail. Now that I do think.
You're going to jail. You're going to jail.
So yeah, like, and again, Marshawn showed himself to be extremely partial, showed himself to be extremely biased during the whole trial. Why did he just ignore it? Why did he even bring it up? So that's what I'm wondering. Well, there we go. Mac and Cheese said, I don't have to get vitriolic because I know I'm always right. Well, there you go. There you go. I see it. The trial is a sideshow anyway. Trump is Commander-in-Chief, Executive Order 1384-8, signed in 2018 rather. We are under Constitution of the government, and they invaded from within. I got you. Thank you, Carpolar. So they are saying that Facebook, it was a Trump troll, okay? Now, this is my thing. Are they saying on Facebook, or is Facebook saying it? Because I don't trust that the people there are saying the right thing, but rather if Facebook is saying, we've done our due diligence, I don't know how they did it that fast. We've done our due diligence and we know that this is a troll and so on and so forth, then it'd be different. But still, just like Mama Joe said and pointed out, and we've said already, I don't know where it is, but just like Mama Joe said right here, unless they had a crystal ball, how did they come to the conclusion they were going to convict him? He said they're going to convict him tomorrow. That is different because that's not like retconning the story. It was posted on Wednesday before Trump was found guilty. I don't know. Got to go back and forth, man. Got to go back and forth. Oh, this is interesting. So I said, why did he bring it up? And then Mama Joe's says he brought it up because he knows it's going to be thrown out on appeal and was going to be discredited by the DOJ. Okay, all right. I'm looking at Michael Anderson's name. I'm telling you, man, the internet detectives are undefeated. Marshawn is so left-leaning that he put it to the attorneys because he already made the connection between the woman on the jury and the other account. Okay. He didn't have to report, but did. Interesting. Okay, I got you. It was a Russian cyber farm. We don't hear nothing about Russia anymore. Yeah, I remember that. And that's what I'm in agreement. I just like talking about it, y'all. That's all. And at the end of the day, there's nothing I can do. I live here in Georgia, so I'm just here watching it. I don't know anybody that even was in New York, much less on the jury. So I'm just here to watch it. I'm just here for the theater. I'm just here with my popcorn and my tanker of water, and we're just here to enjoy the ride. So, yeah, that's it. Anybody check Hunter's laptop? I have not checked that case at all. I do have to admit, I know nothing about that case. So I'm kind of in the dark about that one, but I am going to be taking a class, I promise you, on how to do better on Ecamm Live. I got to get better at Ecamm Live. There's no reason I'm not better at this. I'm going to take a class on this. Okay. I'm just telling you. Just letting you know. All right. Were there any I'm on the jury and we're finding him not guilty tomorrow? No, I didn't see that. That's a good question too, by the way. Oh, good. Yeah, good question. Good comment. By the way, I do want to say thank you so much to Amethyst Angel. Thank you. Boots and the Trump team are probably already on it. Their white hats hackers will find out. Because you know they do. Through the IP addresses, somebody's going down, and it's not Trump. Let's go.
You going to jail?
Let's
You
go.
going to jail?
Thank you so much, Amethyst Angel, for the very kind super chat. And let's go ahead and make you the stream sponsor for today. But I agree with you 100%. And I do think it's funny that you call them boots, by the way. And speaking of it, I don't know why I just remembered I got to get my wife's car washed in the morning. Thank you so much. Let's go right here. There we go. And with bang and bang. Thank you so much. Why is this not allowing me to move this? Because this one is locked. There we go. All right. And nope. Why is it going right across my face? That's crazy. There we go. All right. Thank you so much, Amethyst Angel. I appreciate it. Thank you for being the stream sponsor. And I misspelled chat because I can't spell this late at night. What do you know about that? Yeah, I have not been keeping up with the Biden trial, but I was hoping to have Phil Holloway or another legal mind on tonight to talk about some of those other cases and other things going on. So hopefully we'll have even more because we got so much new stuff coming on. So hopefully Phil will be available, or one of the other content creators I reached out to. All right, let's double check. Let's double check our spelling today, Jason. How about that? All right, now I think that's good. And now we are golden. But we didn't make it a scrolling one, Jason. I tell you, man, this is a hard life out here in these YouTube streets. There we go. And there we go. Thank you so much, Amethyst Angel. All right, let's go back and look at these comments right here. All right. Thank you so much, Discernment Files, for hanging out with us on this evening. All right, let's see. The Foster factor. What is the Foster factor? That sounds crazy. What is that? That sounds very interesting. That's what I meant by saying crazy. What's the Foster factor? That doesn't sound like some shenanigans and chicanery, Debbie. And you know that's what we do over here. To say that Trump became more popular or more likable as a convict is the understatement of 2024. I've talked to so many people that really truly did not even consider Trump until Thursday. So they're new on that train. That is wild. That is so wild to me. So yeah, I think he's yeah. But he still shouldn't have been in that church. Remember, I did that video earlier today. He still shouldn't have been in that church. But I think he's definitely gotten more. I think he's gotten far more support. Yeah, I made the correction. Thank you so much, Discernment Files. What do we got here? You think it'll be soon? What's going to be soon? Oh, somebody going to jail? Okay. Hillary did this. So you think Hillary is Michael Anderson? Okay, that's possible. Okay, yes, I did see Tawanda. And I did a video yesterday with Keith about that. I'm sorry, Kevin Briggins, not Keith. Kevin Briggins about that. And unless it's like a new update, the gentleman is in the process of actually getting a legitimate driver's license because he's never actually had a legitimate license, which is the craziest story I've ever heard. But we figured it out. We got to the bottom of it. And it's wild. So let's see what else. Oh yeah, I gotta get this. My alumni association is doing a Father's Day brunch next Saturday. And my roommates from college, we are all buying a table so all of our families can all sit together. So just reminded me that I need to get my ticket. All right, let's see. The FBI was probably giving this guy a whole new identity and shipping him to a non-extradition country. They cannot let a Trump conviction go to waste. Okay, I can dig that. The only thing is we already know it's going to get thrown out on appeal. So I think you're probably, that has some merit, of course, but it's going to get thrown out on appeal. So it is what it is. They just wanted the term convict. That's it. So they've already written it in the history books. It's already in the zeitgeist. It doesn't matter now. I mean, they could literally make his sentencing that he has to do 25 burpees and then he's done. That could be his punishment. Nobody will care what his punishment is because they're going to just say he's a convicted felon. That's it. So when he wins, they say we got a convicted felon as a president. That's all. That's all they're going to say. I was alive when we had a convicted felon as a president. That's all they want to say. Or even a convicted felon running for president. However, whatever happens. Now, this is a good question, old fam. I wonder if Biden will really debate him. I would. Let me tell you right now. Let me tell you something right now. I really do hope and pray that they debate. Please let them debate. I'm telling you right now, that is going to be some must-see TV. Because we will be live streaming that. There's no question, no doubt, no shame about that. We will be live streaming that, and it is going to be a wonderful thing, I'm telling you. Oh, my goodness. Please let them debate. Please let them debate. Because it's going to be crazy, man. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. Okay, let's see. Good conversations going on. As I said before, major respect to how civil and the great conversations that are going on here in the live chat. I love it. No, I don't think. Why are you like this? What have I done to you, transplanted Texan? I really thought, I had done my best to be kind and nice to you. How did we get here? How did our relationship get so broken that you keep picking on me about Joe Biden being a alleged Morehouse man? Why do you keep doing that? I doubt highly that Joe will be at the alumni brunch. Well, you know why? Because it's primarily for the Atlanta chapter. So he probably joined the national chapter. So the national chapter doesn't do a brunch. So that's probably why. Why are you like this? What did I do to you? What have I done to you? All right, let's see. Oh, who are we trying to get on live? We need to get him on a live. It would be great to hear his side of the story. Uh-oh, whose story we need to hear? What did I miss? Discernment. What did I miss? Who are you trying to get on the show? Do I need to get him on the show? Let's go. That's a good point, Amethyst Angel. I totally forgot about that. If South Africa can vote for a convicted felon, and he was actually in jail, so he went to jail, so can we. That's a good point. I forgot about that. Totally forgot about that. Do other countries have the same kind of quote unquote sensibility of electing a perceived felon? Oh, that's interesting. Y'all do not believe that Joe is going to be able to debate Trump. Man, all I want you to think about is what would have been like if he had debated Vivek. That would have been crazy. All right, let's see. All right, let's see why y'all keep picking on me about Joe and Morehouse. Please stop. Come on, man. Come on. I thought we was good family people. I love them. I love the moderators. Matter of fact, I'm with you, transplanted Texan. Can y'all please just put mod in the chat? Real quick before we get up out of here. Oh, move the poll? What you mean? Wait, somebody said, please move the poll. All right, let's see. Is this still on the screen? Oh, it is still on there. I thought I ended it. Okay. It looks like most people believe that is probably real. Now, I wonder, do we want it to be real? I wonder if that's part of the cope. Are we coping with it? Are we trying to make it real? Drop that mod in the chat. Let me drop mod again, because I really do appreciate y'all mods. Thank you so much. Okay. Oh, that's what you, okay. Yeah, you can hit the 3 buttons and get rid of the poll, but I ended it. I was done with it. And I agree with Kim. Please hit the like button. Help me out. Help a brother out. So I think this is going to be interesting. I'm definitely going to be keeping my eye on it during the weekend, and hopefully you'll do the same thing. We'll just keep our eyes on it, see what kind of trouble stirs up from here. And who knows? Who knows? So the goal, the plan is to MLK was arrested and jailed many times, right? Yeah, but I don't think he was arrested on felonies. I think those are all like misdemeanors and such of that nature. And they were all performative arrests anyway. He went intentionally to be arrested. But I totally get your point. But yeah, so the plan is tomorrow I'm going to pick up Lady Dear World Christian from the airport, and then I need to make sure that President Firstborn does her driving. We'll probably get up super early in the morning to go drive and make sure she's used to these streets at night or in the dusk, whatever. And that should be fun. And then we'll get that car wash too. Don't let me forget to get that car wash before I pick up my wife. But if there's something that pops up in here, I'm telling you right now, that would be such a wild Tina in the world. Vivek and Kamala would be such a wild debate. Oh my goodness. Those are some things I would pay money for. I mean, it is going to be pay-per-view worthy. But so if anything pops up tomorrow, we'll definitely do another live stream or talk about it or whatever like that. Put a community post up, whatever. But then on Sunday, I will be doing, the plan is at least, to do my Sunday show, which is my just kind of recap. And I'm sure I got some good things for you all to talk about. So we'll be doing that on Sunday at 7. And next week, I do have some guests coming in. We'll be talking about MLK being a pastor. Being a Christian. We'll also talk about and we've talked about it quite a bit here on this channel about churches that allow people to come in that are not qualified to be pastors or to teach within the church to come in and basically politic or stump. So we're going to talk a little bit about that on Tuesday is the plan. I'll make sure the thumbnail goes up soon so you can give you an announcement on it. And I think that's all I got planned at the moment, but y'all know, like I like to do, we'll just come up with something as it comes up. We'll address it. But next week, let me see. I know for a fact there's still this stuff going on with Hunter Biden. I'm pretty sure there's going to be some more information about the Georgia election interference case here in Georgia. I'm sure there's going to be some more pertaining to that. So we got that as well. And of course, it's been stayed. So there's going to be all kinds of speculation there. And then whatever happens here with this tweet or this Facebook post about the juror, that's going to be real wild. So I'm looking forward to it. And let me see what these people are talking about. Oh, thank you so much for reminding everybody. If you're not getting notifications, especially on your phone, I did a short that kind of explains how you go through and make sure your phone has been set up to properly receive notifications. Who knew that, right? So, yeah, I thought if you hit the little bell, that was enough, right? No, there's actually another step that you have to do on your actual device to tell it to allow for notifications. And Texan right here just reminded me of that. Thank you so much, sir. Fanny is probably, Fanny's probably having fits. She chugging back some Grey Goose right now. So y'all pray for Fanny. Pray for her liver. Absolutely. Really? So, okay, I saw the 45. I did see his hat said 45 initially. Now he says, it doesn't say 45 and 47, really. I have to go back and look. Okay, good catch there, Carpel. Ooh, people are liking Representative Donalds for VP. You know what? That's what we'll do. We'll do a poll on Sunday. Who is going to be, because when is that going to be announced? That's got to be announced soon too, I would think. Or is it announced at the convention? So that's another thing. Maybe we'll do it on Sunday. Who is going to be the VP? That would be a good question. I would love it. Hey, thank you so much, Tina, for joining the membership. Thank you so much. I just saw that and it popped up right there. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. You wouldn't want the responsibility of being vice president? Let me tell you, man, 2024 is going to be the year of popcorn because I'm telling you right now, it's crazy. It's bananas. There's no way we knew that this was going to be like this back in 2023. There's no way. I mean, it just came in like crazy and it has not stopped since. And we're only in June. So we got still so much more to do, so much more to make it. So that's going to be wild. Let's see. Thank you so much, Tina. Thank you for shouting out, Tina. Appreciate y'all. Yeah, Trump's got a petty streak in him. So I am not surprised one bit. It's definitely funny that he does that. So he said he is 45 through 46. I love it. Oh yeah, he's petty. He's petty for sure. I'm kind of glad he's not more petty, but he's got pettiness on rap for sure. What do we got here? What do we have here? Going on, Mary M. Good to see you. Grace and peace, friend. Absolutely good to see you. So I just want to go over that little dust up, if you will. Lots of people have been talking about it. I saw on the socials out there in the traps, people have been talking about it. So I thought it'd be interesting to hear your thoughts on it. And please understand, my whole thing is to give you all an opportunity to share your thoughts and views in a place that's, having a good time discussing it. So I do like to have these kind of back and forth dialogues. That's why I open up the phone lines. That's why I read out your comments and all that kind of stuff like that, because I want to hear what you all are thinking and give you an opportunity to share what you're thinking, so that, and then other people can kind of go back and forth and we can all give some hearty approval or whatnot like that. I think it's really great. What in the world? What's going on? Is that Brandon Patterson? What's going on, man? Thank you so much for the super chat. And Black Men's Beard is a fantastic, not only content creator, but a fantastic small business owner. I don't know if I should call him small business anymore. I spent some time over at his office yesterday, and I'm hesitant to say small business. But what they've done is they've created a fantastic skincare and hair care line for men, and not just for Black men, by the way, but it is for all men. Brandon, can you drop your link in there, Evan Alexander, in the chat? And they just do a great job of providing fantastic products. I use them. So not only am I a podcaster, but I'm also a client. Let me pull up that Evan Alexander real quick. And yeah, thank you so much for the super chat, man. Thank you very much for that. And they have a great system over there, and it is. And I'm impressed with it because I know these men have worked from literally the ground up, working out of their apartment to now they have a very nice office and whatnot. Let me drop this in there for y'all. If you're a bearded fellow, or if you are one that needs to take care of your bearded fellow for Father's Day, check out Evan Alexander. Tell him Dear Woke Christian sent you. Thank you for the super chat, man. Thank you so much for stopping by. I spent a lot of time yesterday in his office. We were talking about content and how to go about creating content and so forth. Top-notch guy, top-notch fellow. So definitely check out what they're doing over there at Evan Alexander. If you have a loved one that's bearded, I think you will be well impressed with what they have over there. Their products are top tier. And again, tell them Dear Woke Christian sent you. I think that'll be fun. All right, let us keep this game rolling here. So, absolutely. Thank you for helping me on my Rico. Thank you so much for that. Got to keep me out of Rico, man, because y'all know Fonny might come and get me, man. Fonny might get your guy. Yeah, on Sunday, let's do that. Sunday, let's do a poll, and we'll look at the possible VP choices for Donald Trump. I think that'll be interesting. And please, if you find out anything pertaining to this tweet, shoot me an email, dearwokec@gmail.com, or the dust up over that. I'll keep my eyes open as well. But I would love to hear your thoughts on it. We'll talk about it. If not tomorrow, Saturday, we'll definitely be talking about it on Sunday, Lord willing. And of course, anything that happens on our Georgia case here, we will be looking at what's going on up in Dalton, Illinois. Good night. Good night. There's so much craziness happening over there. And then, of course, we'll do a little quick survey of what's going on with the Hunter Biden case. I'm hoping that Phil Holloway will be able to stop by and we can have a dialogue. Because, again, I'm just a pre-K law student. I don't even know what I'm talking about a third of the time. So I would love to have Phil come through and kind of give a lay of the land, if you will. I did reach out to some others as well. So as soon as I know one of them can come on, we'll definitely be doing something with them on and just having some other dialogue. So let's see. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Transplanted Texan. Thank you so much. I like it. I like it. Lots of good commentary right there. Is Fulton County just say you paid cash and laugh if they ask you for a receipt? That was pretty wild. Yo, oh, wait. The YSL case. Did you all see the YSL case today? Another star witness. Yo, man, this is not a good look. So if you're not familiar, the YSL case is the young thug case. I forgot what, Young Slime Life or whatever. And that is the largest RICO trial in Georgia history ever. And it's been going on forever on a Tuesday, right? And they've had so many wild things happen. They had a witness come on the stand and just tell y'all, I'm too high to be here. I want to go take a nap. They've had the prosecutor and the judge have gotten into shouting matches in front. It's been crazy. Well, today they had a star witness come. It was embarrassing. They had a poor star witness, and the guy did not want to. Let me see. I had the video. See, that's what I get for saying I had the video, because I look and I don't have it. But I'm going to pull it out. I have access to the video. So the young guy came up there and got sworn in and refused to answer the questions of the prosecutor. And I thought that question seemed a little bit, I'm like, why are you asking questions like this? It just seemed weird, the question that they were asking. Like, why are you asking that question? But needless to say, the man did not want to answer him. And he said, I'll go to jail instead of answering these questions. Where is it? Because I made a short out of it. All right, let me go pull it up real quick. Because it's definitely, if you didn't see it, it is Comedy South Central. Like, what is wrong? And so the reason we bring that up is because the YSL case is really a marquee case that shows you just how dysfunctional the Fulton County DA's office is. All right, what we got here? Oh, it's only 2 minutes. Perfect. Okay, here we go. All right, real quick. Here we go, y'all. Y'all pray for Fulton County. Fulton County is a mess. Okay, here we go. All right, so this is the young guy. I thought his name was a joke at first, but his name is Kenneth Copeland. Like, go figure, right? All right, here we go.
You swear affirm testimony to everybody get reported the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, help?
Yes.
Let me see if you state your first and last name with the spelling of both, please.
You say that again?
State your first and last name with the spelling of both, please.
Kenneth Copeland.
Mr. Copeland, do me a favor. Pull your chair up as close as you can to the microphone and speak directly into it so we can all hear you. So if you could state and spell your first and last name for the record, please.
Kenneth Copeland.
Spell it, please.
KennethCopeland.
All right, thank you, sir. All right.
And Mr. Copeland, good afternoon. Do you want to be here?
Ma'am,
Do you want to be here?
I'm here.
Okay. Are you going to let me ask you some questions?
Okay.
How old are you?
Grown.
Okay, what does grown mean?
I'm an adult.
Okay. And when
Oh wait. Everybody type grown in the chat, please. Every last person, everybody, please. Everybody must type grown in the chat. Please tell me that you are grown in the chat. This thing is ridiculous. He said, "Do you want to be here?" He said, "I'm here." But then said, how old are, I don't understand what's the purpose of asking this. Because, okay, he is a he's a state's witness. He's already been granted immunity. So whatever crime he committed, he is going to be immune from implicating himself in it. So all they ask you to do is to come in and tell us what happened. So even if you say, me and Willie Doc robbed a bank, they already know, and they've given you, they gave me immunity. So even though I am implicating myself by saying me and Willie Doc robbed the bank, Willie Doc is still going to go to jail, but I've been granted immunity. So there's no reason for me to not just tell them what's going on or what happened. That's how immunity works, if you will. And again, I'm a pre-K law student. I cannot wait to hear what Phil has to say about this. And I'm glad to see all these grown people in the chat. Okay, now Booster, what is an adult though? So we don't know, what does that mean? What's an adult? This thing is so funny. Wait, okay, so let's let him finish up. It was super short.
I'm an adult.
okay. And when you say you're an adult, what number and years are you?
I plead the fifth.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I get you to step outside to your headquarters of jury deliberation, please?
All right,
Okay, I am totally stunned. Why does he? Okay, I don't understand why. I think this is Andrea Love. I don't understand why she needs to know how old he is. And I don't know why he plead the fifth to say how old he is. I mean, he looks like he might be like 35. Let's just say 35. I don't know I don't know why. Just say I'm 35. Like, what's the big deal? And then to say I'm grown and say I'm an adult. Okay, got you. But why does she need? I have no idea. Why does she need to know how old he was in order for him to give his testimony of what happened? To me, that just seems like a lost cause, because this is, again, a state's witness. This is probably the third or fourth state's witness that they've had problems with. They had the guy, I think his name was Bean, Mr. Bean. And he was the one that came in and said, I'm too high to talk. There was I want to say it was saying Mr. Bean, who was in there, and he was really, really distraught about the fact that he didn't know anything. He's like, I don't even know anything, and I can't go to work. I don't even know anything, and I'm sitting here in court talking about stuff I don't even know about. You ask me questions, I don't even know about it, and I can't take care of my family. So you have that. I mean, this case has just been wall to wall, top to bottom, up to down, just insane. So I don't get it. I don't understand. And I would absolutely love if you are one of the legal, somebody said this is an SNL skit. That is so funny. That is so funny and so true. If you're one of these legal eagles and you want to help the pre-K law student out with his homework, if you run across any information about why was she asking these questions, they seem like dumb questions, and he's about to get arrested in a moment over these dumb questions. Like, why arrest your star witness over something so dumb? And when he pled the fifth, he opened up the door to be arrested. So, all right, let me back up just a little smidgen, and then we're going to finish this up. Yo, okay. I really wish she wasn't in his way when he said it, though.
Outside to your headquarters of jury deliberation, please.
Let me back up.
What number and years are you?
I plead the fifth.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I get you to step outside to your headquarters of jury deliberation, please?
You know, it reminds me of that Dave Chappelle that Dave Chappelle skit where he's talking about, I plead the fifth. 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth. That's what it reminds me of. Why? You're about to arrest him for this.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Our jury has left us.
Okay, that was not. I don't think that was Andrea Love. I take that back. I don't think that was Andrea Love.
Mr. Copeland, given the fact that you have invoked your Fifth Amendment privilege, but the state has already given you immunity under 24-5-507, this court holds you in willful contempt, and we'll see you on Monday.
Look at it. You don't even care.
We'll see if we can get some more testimony at that point in time. Take him into custody.
Listen. You hear the cuffs going on.
You can sell this $5 spatula on Amazon.
You can sell $5 spatula on Amazon? Let me get that. All right. Yeah, that was, I don't get it. I do not understand even what was the purpose of the question. Like, okay, how old are you? What does that matter? I'm sure you want to establish a baseline. I'm sure maybe they've asked the 20 other witnesses, because they also have had a ton of witnesses in this case. If I heard it correctly, it's as many as 100. It might be it's definitely 100. I think it might even be 160 witnesses possible on this case, and they're not done with it. It's crazy. So, but what's the purpose of asking how old he was? Like what? And then he get arrested for that, like because you don't want to tell how old you are. And I don't know why he's not telling how old he is. I don't know either. He's in dog years. I don't know. Like that is the craziest thing. But that's indicative of the YSL case. Somebody was doing like a montage of all the crazy stuff that's happened in this case, from people falling asleep, coming in high, complaining to the judge, shouting matches at the judge, shouting matches at the opposing counsel. It's craziness. And it just does not look good for Georgia. It doesn't look good for Fulton County, Fonnie Willis, because this is her DA office and such like that. It's crazy. What you in for? Couldn't remember my age. Matter of fact, how about a worse question is, how long you been in? I don't remember. That would actually be worse. But apparently there are... Yeah, like what's your first grade teacher's name? Like what that question to me, you probably already know his age. I'm pretty sure you know his age. So what's the purpose of, and he's your witness. He is the state's witness. So why are you asking him this question? And now you're throwing your witness in jail. Now, granted, he came in there hot, so he didn't even look like he was going to answer any question. So immunity or not. But why throw him in jail for asking how old you are? Get to some meatier question, like, did you commit the crime? I plead the fifth. Now throw him in jail. But you just threw him in jail because he didn't want to say how old he was. Crazy. I don't get it. It is a wild case for sure. So if you're following that and you happen to run across anything that maybe explains it, please email me. Because I would love to understand it. Because I just didn't understand it. Why are you taking an L like that? Why not take the W by saying, hey, I already got immunity, so I can just talk about it? There. We have already discussed that, absolutely. We just looked at that case. SK, I appreciate you. And we looked at another case. We looked at the Facebook message. We looked at a couple of posts on Twitter X, and as well as the newspaper, the Fox News update on it. And we just kind of figure out, hey, what do we think is going to happen? So we talked about it. We kind of hashed out what we think is going to happen. And we're all just the summation is we're going to sit and wait and figure it out as information develops. Transplant Texan right there. That's it right there. No one pleads the fifth about their age, but a middle-aged woman. Absolutely. Or a college co-ed that shouldn't be at the club or at the bar. That they probably would plead the fifth too. Yes, Jason, they have his stats in their paperwork. Like what's the purpose of asking his age? Maybe I don't think the YSL, maybe they're trying to prove that he's not young because, you know, the young slime life. Maybe they're trying to prove he's not young or something. I don't know. What's the purpose of asking the man his age? Now, granted, what's the purpose of not telling her your age? I mean, that's kind of weird too, but why throw your witness in jail? I just don't get it, man. This thing is crazy. The YSL case is going to go down. Now, the YSL case will probably be an SNL skit. You know, one day they're going to find, Saturday Night Live is going to try to be funny again. They're going to come back to being funny, and they're going to skewer the YSL case because it's so wild. It's so wild. The judge, oh my gosh, the judge is well past sick of this. The judge is so sick of this. I feel sorry for him, but he also isn't controlling his courtroom. People have explained it to me that he's not in control of his courtroom like he should be. So he can be tired of it, but a lot of he's tired of himself. There's absolutely no problem, SK, no problem at all. No, we just went over and we're just here kind of just talking it out. The whole point of this live stream is to give you all a chance to kind of talk it out, have some other voices to hear. We kind of fleshed it out. We all think like there's something fishy, but we don't know what it is. And so we're just going to wait and see. So no, we thank you so much for the comment though. All right, let's see. All right, let us see. All right. I would never want to be in this place in life. I pray that I never have given up on life to the point that I would rather go to jail than figure it out in life. But I understand your point. He said maybe he just want to go to jail because he has no other place to go. I mean, I would hate to be like that, and I totally understand that, but I just wouldn't want to be in that position because that would make me sad. That I would rather go to jail than be free. Like that is a sad state of affairs. That man needs Christ for sure. All right, let's see. He jumped up after pleading the fifth and said, subject matter and jurisdiction. I love it. I would love for it. I just really want to know. Yo, if the Babylon Bee did an update of YSL, that would actually be pretty hilarious. Because those guys and gals over there, they do have a good understanding of it. That's actually pretty funny. I wonder what, that would certainly be something that I want to check out. He said, I'm grown. I'm sorry. That thing had me in tears. I'm like, yo, this man literally said, I'm grown. I'm an adult. Now, that being the case, though, we got to give the attorney a little bit of shine, because she didn't bat an eye. She's like, well, how many numbers of, what'd she say, numbers of years have you been alive? I mean, she took it like a champ. That's why I'm wondering, like, what's the big deal with that question? Okay, somebody please, if you happen to look through the traps and you run across why that was a big deal. His name is Little Woody. That thing right there. His name is Little Woody. That was his name. But what was the big deal with him not want to give his age? All right, I'm going to say it like that. If you happen to run across it, you know where to find me. dearwokesee@gmail.com. We will definitely talk about it tomorrow or Sunday or Monday, whenever we find it. Wow. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, that is wild. Okay, I'm reading some of the comments. Thank y'all so much for these great comments. Somebody got him snitching. Maybe so. But he is the state's witness, right? Now I got to look into this because the only summary I found is like 35 minutes long. We're not doing that tonight. I ain't doing that to y'all. Is this it? I don't think this is it. Hold on one second. This case is so crazy. I'm promising you, somebody's going to make a montage of all the crazy stuff that's happened in the YSL case, and it's going to be like must-see TV. Okay, y'all, I was not. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm so sorry. I want to apologize right now. If you're new to this channel, my name is Jason. I'm a pre-K law student here in Atlanta, Georgia. Pre-K law student basically meaning I don't know anything about law. I just find it interesting and fascinating. So I like to give social and political commentary from a Christian male perspective. And periodically, we come on, I'll have a script, I'll have things I'm going to talk about, and then periodically the train goes off the track because I got ADHD like a rock star, okay? So I got a gold medal in ADHD. I just started looking for why this guy did not want to give his age, and I didn't see that. However, I found something else. We all got to suffer together. Good night. Oh my goodness. All right. Y'all, this right here is crazy. All right. So this woman standing up right here, this is the infamous Andrea Love. This is the one that you've heard people talk about. She actually had a shouting match with the judge at one point. At one point, the prosecution said that she could talk the ears off a donkey. I mean, there's no love in this at all. And Andrea Love is Fonnie Willis's ADA. So it's very, you can kind of see a lot of Fonnie Willis in her if you've been following anything here. Well, somebody said we need a white male Republican in the courtroom. Guess what? Young Thug's attorney is a white male. So good night. I just pulled this clip up and I just heard what he's saying. And this is the kind of courtroom that this poor judge is running. So with no further ado, let's go.
Okay. All right, Mr. Steele, do you have the raw file?
Judge Glanville,
Sir.
you allow another moment when Miss Love calls me that I did not do something. They have the exact image of what we got from the jail in Fayette County. That is it. And if I get another false allegation and you do nothing, I'm shocked. I'm appalled at you. I sit here day after day with this false allegation just machine. I gave the state everything. There's been no disconstruction. There's been no purposeful, I don't care. I don't care. I give over everything. I've done this for 33 years. Never in my life have I seen a trial. I've done 300 appeals in the state of Georgia alone. I've never read a case like this. Judge, I gave them everything I had. I waited. I was at my office till 8. After 8 last night, I waited for their investigator to come by. I handed him an exact copy of thumb drive. They have everything that we got from the Fayette County Jail. There's been no deconstruction. There's been no purposeful exclusion. This is not the first time.
Okay.
And I apologize that I'm getting temper, but I've never been treated like this. You talk about professionalism every week. Professionalism is lacking with one lawyer here. It has never been. I don't even like coming to court. I used to love this. I would die for what we do. I used to say, I'm dying. I would die. I couldn't choose a better profession. If I had litigated with Miss Love, I would.
Your Honor, could we strike the
No,
hominem attack?
no, I'm speaking.
Really, could we strike that?
Okay, hey, everybody, calm down. Everybody, both of you, please be seated.
Judge, I'm not
Both
done.
of you, please be seated.
You have to do something. You have threatened me with contempt. You have threatened me with jail. If you go back in time, we can just start in voir dire. Juror after juror, you did individual voir dire painfully. Ms. Love would come in and say that juror was crying. It was not true. You would say, that's not my recollection after I said it. You did nothing. We start the case.
But Mr. Steele.
I asked you, please.
Mr. Steele.
Please, How would you feel if you were being treated
Mr.
like
Steele.
this?
Mr. Steele.
I'd like to finish.
Mr. Steele.
Oh, no.
I gave them everything on that drive, and it's continual abuse of a prosecutor of another member of the bar. I don't talk.
Okay, let me give you a little context. For whatever reason, this trial, and again, my name is Jason. I'm a pre-K law student. I know nothing. So if I am an attorney and I'm suing somebody, and let's say I'm suing somebody for racketeering and gang, all that kind of stuff like that, I have to share what evidence I have that I'm going to be using in court, rather, with the defending or the opposing attorney. And I think it's called discovery, if I understand it correctly. And they've been having the largest blow-ups over this topic of discovery, because Andrea Love keeps saying that Mr. Steele, the gentleman in the back over here that y'all keep calling weekend, what do you call him? My cousin Vinny? My cousin Vinny. She keeps saying stuff like, he didn't give this to me. And he's like, I gave it to you. So that's what they're arguing about right now. And the judge keeps seeming to side with Andrea Love, the DA's office. He keeps seeming to side with them. And he's like, and I've heard him blow up before. This is not the first time they've had this blow up. And matter of fact, I think it's kind of funny that they're so far back, because the last time I saw him, he was actually up here closer to it, and he was giving Judge Glanfield the business. But let's let him finish. I just thought I just want to give you a little context, just in case you were new or you're not familiar with what's going on from the pre-K law student.
With Miss Love. And that's fine. I like that. But Judge, I'm not going to stand here anymore. I don't care. You can take my bar card.
Mr. Steele, listen.
Wrong, and Mr. Williams, to me, this is an innocent man. You talk about, Ms. Love said there's a man in the Fulton County Jail who shouldn't be there, Mr. Copeland. Mr. Williams shouldn't be in custody. But he's been charged, and we come here for a fair trial. It's been everything but that, according to Ms. Love has tried to demonize me. At times, Mr. Adams. At times, Mr. Shaw. Now it's Mr. Melvin. All because she wants to win the case. And now she speaks over people. It's not right. I gave them everything. And by the way, and what I want to tell you, by the way, it's not even the law. If they call that gentleman on direct, I don't have to give them anything before trial. I do it because you asked me to. You said, listen, we got a big case. It's going to take a long time. Give them things. I gave this, by this way, to the state October of 2023. October 2023, that was uploaded, given to the state. I hear about it now, and I wait there, and I give them the exact duplicate of what we have. And now there's a false allegation of misconduct. And what I'm telling the court is what I said again. I do not appreciate it. And you have told it in front of the jury that I'm unprofessional. You were wrong. You based that on Miss Love's false representation.
Your Honor, again, the ad hominem attacks, Your Honor. I object, and he should stop talking when I
Ms. Love can
object.
try to silence me.
Yeah.
Will not be silenced.
But Mr. Steele, here's the thing, okay? I think that, Mr. Steele, please be quiet at this point in time. You made your point. You made your point at this point in time. Both of you, please be seated.
Love you, baby.
Both, please be seated, sir. Sir, please be seated.
Whatever you do is fine, but I care about Jeffrey Williams.
It's obvious. I would expect no less, because you're his advocate, you're his champion. But could you all please sit down so I can kind of figure out a solution for this? All right. First, let me just kind of address the obvious.
This is crazy.
I know that at times tempers have been heated in this particular trial, and they continue to do so. And I know that all of you are being zealous advocates and representing your clients to the best of your ability with zeal and rigor. However, I would I agree that, there should not be ad hominem attacks on anybody or any counsel, and that you all should think and reflect about what you say about your brothers and sisters of the bar. Because we have a large contingent of folks that watch this trial. And I mean, and so not only for the purposes of this, but it sends not the message I think you want it to send. All right. So I'm going to leave you all to your wise discretion in order to do that. But, and I'll take up whatever I need to take up as I see fit. But I know that you all, this has been a long trial. It's very demanding, exacting, and grating on, and tiring on all of you. So I ask you to just take a couple of deep breaths and step back and see, and kind of look at, and just remember that you do represent of who you represent and what you're here for. In terms of the tape or the phone calls from Fayette County, it's the court's suggestion that, and if you want my assistance, I can always, with a proper subpoena, have the raw, whatever it is that whatever you're seeking to get, I could get.
Folks. Okay. So that was, and it just stopped. And it stopped really. It was only 6 minutes long. Hold on. All right. That is craziness. And this is a regular occurrence. If you watch, this YSL case has been going on, if I'm not mistaken, like 9-10 weeks, probably longer than, it's got to be longer than that. It's got to have been going on longer than that. But this is a regular occurrence, week over week. Steele and Andrea Love, Steele does not love Andrea Love, okay? And this is going on all the time. It's craziness. So, man, I just thought that was wild, and I just saw it, and I just heard, whenever Steele is standing up and you see the camera keep going back and forth like that, you know it's going to be fireworks. You know it's fireworks, because him and Andrea Love do not care for one another. Now, real quick, somebody asked me, did I look at the, here it is, Mary said, did I ever see the Babylon Bee with the woke Jesus? I actually did that video, yeah. Yes, I did review that one. I got to remember where it was. I think it's actually called Woke Jesus. I think so. But I will look it up. But yes, I did discuss it. I thought it was interesting. I thought it did skewer a lot of the shenanigans out there in a funny, satirical way. So no, I thought it was fun. It certainly, because I remember somebody saying it violated the second commandment by me discussing it and showing the video. So I remember that part, but I'll find the video as well. All right, what's going on, Violet? Good to see you, Violet. Fantastic content creator. She makes fantastic content. If you enjoy hearing a good female perspective on a matter, please go check out Violet over there at Berean Babes and tell her Dear Woke Christian sent you. So, okay, I don't really know, and I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. Y'all know I'm a pre-K law student. I don't know anything about law. I've just watched Law and Order in Suits. Okay, I don't know who's at fault though. That's the thing I don't know. Now I do think Judge Glanville should stop them more, whether that be throw fines at him. I think he should have stopped Steele from talking and should have stopped Andrea Love from talking. Because I've heard Andrea, and she is uber annoying. I'm like, yo, if I had to work with her, I could totally understand. I would take contempt too for 200. So that's why I'm throwing a book at both of them. So I think Judge Glanville needs to, I think it's Glanville needs to rein in the courtroom. But these two right here, because this is an ongoing battle, and however long this case is going to be, they're going to still be doing this the last day. That being the case, I think they should find a way to work together and work. They're opposing each other, but I do think they need to work on that. But also I think he needs to rein them in, whether that be hit them with fines or sanctions or whatever, striking him from the record, all that kind of stuff. Thankfully, I don't think that was in front of the jury, and they don't show the jury in the courtroom, so you don't, of course, see them. So they're just zooming in on the defendant, the defense, the prosecution, the judge, all those kind of people like that. But the jury is actually behind the camera. But yeah, that's wild. And it's an ongoing thing. Like if you look up YSL on YouTube, I am not going to do it because that's how we ended up getting this far now. If you look it up, there's literally montages of all the shenanigans that have been happening in this courtroom because it's so wild. Now, somebody did mention this is not a good look on Georgia, which I agree. It is not a good look on Georgia at all. I don't think it's a good look on Fonnie Willis's DA office either, because there's a lot of missteps that would cause you to start believing that they're not as well organized as they would like to present. Because there's a ton of stuff, again, like most of Steele and Andrea Love's debates and back and forth is over discovery or over evidence and such of that nature. And I've heard Steele mention it quite a bit, like, I already gave them this. And you heard him even in this rant here. They already got it. I stayed at the office till 8 o'clock. Their courier came and got it. They got it. Why don't they have it? And it just seems to be another example of Fonnie Willis's DA office not being able to keep up with records. That's just something I thought of, just something to look at. All right, let's see. Lots of good conversation back and forth. I appreciate it. All right. And I think that's why Judge in Discernment File says, guy is fighting for his client, but he's going too far. I think that's why Judge Glanville does not sanction them or doesn't, hold them in contempt or fine them, whatnot. Because, they are advocating for their client now, which is what they should be doing. Sure, I do think he might be going a little bit above board too. But, that's what they're supposed to do, which is advocate for their client. So I'm totally getting it. It's just like, man, like you might be doing the most for sure. Yeah. Okay. So you all feel like Steele was being rude. Okay. I think if I'm understanding correctly, he's been accused by Andrea Love for not giving discovery or not sharing information, not sharing evidence that they're going to be using. And he's like, and when Andrea has been saying it, Judge Glanville will scold Attorney Steele. And so I think that's part of what's the whole frustration is like the judge is scolding me for doing what I've done. But scolding me for what I didn't do, but I did in fact do what I needed to be done. So I think that's where it's coming from. I don't really have a dog in the race. I feel the guy's pain. He feels like he's done everything and he keeps getting chastised otherwise. So, but I understand what you're all saying too. Some people say he sounds like he's whining. He sounds like he's just ranting. He's a rant to nowhere. I totally get it. You got to see the other one, man. The other one with him and all three of them were yelling at each other. Okay. Oh, I'm not gonna look. Oh my gosh. I don't need to look it up. Okay. I'm not going to look it up. I promise I'm not looking it up. I'm not typing YSL right here. I'm not doing it. But my point is, it seems like the judge keeps siding with Andrea Love or the DA's office above Steele when Steele is doing what sounds like he might be doing the right thing or he's done enough of the right stuff that he should be getting the benefit of the doubt. That's what I'm understanding. Oh, man. Here, I am not going to watch this, but I'm going to drop it in the chat. It is 8 outrageous moments from the Young Thug RICO trial, and this is only from a month ago. Here, I'm just going to drop it in the chat. Y'all, this case is crazy. So hence why, if you're following me, this is why I feel comfortable that the Trump interference case was never going to see the light of day. This trial right here, the Young Thug trial, is why I say Trump was never going to go to jail. Never going to get tried in Georgia for that the election interference case, because it's just too out of control. I went down a rabbit hole. Man, y'all got me down the rabbit hole, man. I'm not going to be watching it. That video is 31 minutes long. But I did put it in the chat. It's just eight examples of just outrageous stuff in the YSL case. And I'm sure that's just from Law and Crime TV. I'm sure there's other ones as well. That's a good question, fam. How would the Michigan, what's his name, Cedric Simpson, how would he handle that? I don't know. I think he would have probably called order well before it got that far. Yep. That's how we got here, Angel Wings. That's how we got to this point. I just said, real quick, let's look at it. And now I really think we're like 40 minutes later. We've gone all the way down the rabbit trail. We're lost. I don't even know how we got there. There's no breadcrumbs. There's no Northern Star. There's no, we're lost. I have no idea how we got here. They do need decorum, but at this point, I don't think they even care anymore. I don't even think it's an option. On the boxes of options, rage, rant, yell back and forth, be held in contempt. Decorum is not on that list. It's only fire. It's all gas, no brakes. So, and again, I believe I don't think they're following like a Robert's Rule of Orders. That's why I would love to have like somebody like lead attorney or AV to come in and kind of explain this to us. So I don't know if when Andrea says I object, first of all, I don't even know where are they in the process that Steele is doing the standing behind the desk rant. Is that common practice? Is that some type of, where are they in the flow of the court case that this is happening? And then what are the proper operating procedures in that time? So if, for example, if a prosecutor was asking questions of a witness and I think they were wrong, I'd stand up and I object, or leading the witness and all that kind of jazz like that. So that makes sense. I don't know where they were in the food chain or in the dance, if you will. So I don't know if it is proper to say that is rude. I don't know. It did seem rude, though. Let me just say like that. It did seem rude. But he just almost like, look, I don't even care. It's kind of that's what he sounded like. He just said like, I don't even care, my guy. You can hold me in contempt. I'm just going to go in here and just do it. I was looking it up. You caught me. Guilty as charged. I was looking it up. You're right. But yeah, that was so wild. And this is ongoing. I dropped the video link in there. This is not an exhaustive example by any means. Can you imagine 18 defendants? Let's say each defendant has one attorney, okay? Which is probably not the case in the Trump trial. They would have probably had 3 or 4, maybe even more attorneys. I mean, for crying out loud, let's just say 1 for laughs and giggles. So you got 18 defendants, you got 1 attorney. So that's 36 people on one side of the argument. So how many attorneys is the DA's office going to have? 10? 12? How many they going to have? So let's just say 10 for easy math. Then that's going to be 46 people, attorneys and defendants alone. That's a lot of people in that courtroom already. There's nobody else in the gallery but those 46 people and the judge and the bailiff and the court reporter. That's crazy. Okay. Then you add people that are going to come to watch, and you add the news, and you add all that. Place is going to be insane. There is absolutely no way possible. There's just no way. Yeah, like literally, I hate to say it, but the YSL case is like a highlight reel. Like you literally can just tune in and you're going to watch something. It's kind of, what's that, Maury Povich or the old school, what was the guy? Jerry Springer. It's just like old school. You just know, I don't know what they're talking about. All I need to do is watch long enough. There's going to be a fight. There's going to be somebody tussling. There's going to be some cussing going on. You just know it. And all you got to do is say, okay, all I got to do is just hang in there and watch 20 minutes. Something's going to happen crazy. I think that guy saying he was so high that he was about to fall asleep, I think that probably was one of my highlights right there. Yeah, see, and that's the problem with the way they use RICO is because it's so laborious. Every time your attorney gets an email, they charge you for that. They shoot off a brief, they charge you for that. You're not calling them for free just to be like to shoot the breeze. I mean, if you're calling your attorney, they're charging for that. And most people don't have a bottomless well of money to be able to just call their attorney and talk for 2 hours. Go and have them send out 45 emails. They don't have the monies to do that. So to your point, Discernment Files, a lot of people believe that's what they were doing with Trump, is to just bog him down with so many legal issues that it just basically bankrupts him. How long in days have you had driver's license? 0 days. I think you're mixing up. That's hilarious that you've mixed up two of those stories we've talked about. That is hilarious, actually. So yeah, this is a great point that Tina and the world is saying. If they keep giving them paperwork and they keep losing it, attorney can say, get it on your own. I didn't take you to raise. The courts have been losing ground a lot lately, and it's sad. No, I agree 100%. And sadly, I don't know what needs to happen, because I think they're too far gone for like Glanville to say that he recuses himself. And I don't even think they even do court all 5 days of the week. I want to say it's like Thursday they don't do court. He does other things. So it's a funky thing, and I hate it because it's probably going to go on well to the end of the year, if not longer. All right, what we got here? I hate to say it, Discernment Files, but I believe that to be true. And some other people have hinted about that the DA's office, the people that work in the DA's office of Fulton County are just not the best at their task. Wait, what I miss? Oh yeah. Okay, man. All right, y'all stop. Stop it. All right. This is the last one. Is this it? Oh, okay, yeah. So the gentleman that was high a couple days prior, he came in and was fussing about the fact that he didn't really know anything, but he was being asked to be a witness. And he didn't know anything. So again, just this craziness. All right. Hopefully this is just it. All right. All right, let's see. Y'all, why do y'all do this to me? What have I done to y'all? What did I do to y'all? All right. What did I do to y'all? All right, so this is Mr. Bean, I think his name is. I think it's his name. Here we go.
349.97. Okay. Did you just hear us talking about this incident of the car careening into the side of the laundromat?
How you had plays, I don't remember though.
And did you hear you explain that the case involving Mr. Dotson was totally dismissed?
I don't recall, sir.
And for you, the case involving the armed robbery or attempted armed robbery or the aggravated assault on Mr. Dotson was dismissed. You pled guilty under Alford to aggravated assault on the 3 police officers and fleeing and attempting to elude. True?
I don't remember.
And then I asked you, was Jeffrey Williams, performer known as Young Thug, involved in any way, directly or indirectly, with the events involving Mr. Dotson on September 11, 2013? And you said he was not involved in any way. Did you hear that?
I don't recall, sir.
And then you explained, you just heard that you explained that we qualified that, you qualified it as the detectives and police. And I asked you the authorities, the police, the prosecutors, I just made it broad, that they forced Jeffrey Williams into it. Did you hear you say that?
Man, can I get the water or something? I'm so high right now, y'all. I'm about to go to sleep on y'all now. I ain't gonna tell you no lie.
Yes, you may. We're going to take a break soon. Hang on.
And this is one of the state's witnesses. This dude doing a commercial.
You need a moment?
I'm gonna keep the ball rolling.
Okay. Mr. Coco, if you could just show me where you stopped again, remind me. 349.97, Your Honor, play further right from there. All right?
All right.
Yes. Speaking, and at some point around the 11-minute mark, you said they gave us a story to tell. Remember hearing that? Yes, sir. And can you tell us what that meant?
That they was really telling us to like, hey, put Doug in on this right here. You know what I mean? If you don't put him on that, you'll be facing a lot of time and all type of shit like that. You know what I mean?
And who is they again? I know. Okay. And the other prosecutors and police?
It was just really just him. It was just really him. I had made definitely.
Okay.
And so a few more officers.
I think interviewing him at Walmart. What's that beeping sound?
I was in the hospital. You know what I mean? When shit happened. So it's like they pushed in. I was at home. I'm the victim. I don't know what's going on. So
yeah, as far as
accident.
Right.
And that stopped at 4:39.97. Did you hear me ask you about the jail recording that's now marked as Mr. Williams number 205 around the 11-minute mark, me playing it for you earlier in Mr. Investigator Martin's car, and then asked you about it, about they gave us a story to tell. Did you hear that?
I don't remember.
And your response
You just
was,
heard it. You just said it.
that you were going to be in a lot of trouble, that the police wanted Jeffrey Williams in it, and that conversation occurred on September 11, 2013 at the hospital.
When the witness does not recall, the jury has the recording, they can hear it, and I would object to Mr. Steele's narrated version of what's on the recording.
He can't remember it, so.
Okay, that's gonna be the last one. I promise you, y'all. The Young Thug case is crazy. It's bananas, and I just wanted to show y'all that. I mean, this is again an ongoing scenario. This is happening once a day, several times a week. Whether it be, I mean, my guy looked like he was a straight pass out. I'm like, yo, that guy does not look like he's having it. And I'm kind of glad I saw this one because I think we all saw the shorter version of that. But I didn't hear him answering those questions before. And like, why would you even want somebody on the stand as your witness that is this impaired? Like, what in the world is wrong with y'all? So shout out to Joshua from Pirate Christian Radio, or as we love to know, as we know, Fighting for the Faith. Thank you so much, Joshua, for stopping by. Good to see you, friend. And I believe the moderators have already dropped Fighting for the Faith's link in the chat. Excellent brothers from up there in the frozen tundra of North Dakota. They might have seen spring already, maybe, possibly. But shout out to y'all up there in North Dakota. Yeah, I mean, going by his voice alone, I'm thinking, yeah, why are you having this guy on here? It just did not seem like a good look, and definitely did not project confidence. If I were a juror and I'm watching this guy go into nap time, I watch this guy literally testify that he's so high he's going to fall asleep, I probably would not trust that he knows what he's talking about. And then, again, sometimes lawyer questions don't make sense to me. Because, yeah, they did hear the guy talking. And apparently he was at Walmart or something because you hear a little beeping, sound like in a grocery store or something. But you heard that. I don't understand why he was asking him, did you actually say that? Well, we heard you say it. So I got to side, I think, with Andrea. I think it was Andrea that was saying, like, objection. I kind of agree, like, what's the purpose of saying that, asking that? We all heard him say it. Like, just stop it. But this is the case, man. I don't know. Can his testimony be legal if he's, I don't know. That's a great, super great question. I don't know. He had 4 of them, Joshua, 4 of them. Man, he wasn't playing no games, man. It's stressful, man. It's stressful in these streets. That's all I know. It's just stressful. Yeah, thank you so much, guys, moderators for dropping the links to Fighting for the Faith. Thank you so much for stopping by, Joshua. Great brothers over there. I really am glad to be a part or have done projects with them. Y'all might have saw me on Prophecy Bingo and whatnot. Y'all go watch Prophecy Bingo so I can get it up to be the most viewed video on their channel. Yeah, like, can you get it thrown out? That's a great question. All right, I would ask for a drug test and have his testimony thrown out. Why would you? Okay, that makes perfect sense to me, Mary. I don't know. I'm a pre-K law student. But why would you have somebody on? Why would you do this? Why would you do this to yourself? If you had him ready to be a witness and he comes in and you're like, this guy is baked. There's no way. Why would you do this to yourself? Just say, nah, we're going to have him come in tomorrow. You go home and get cleaned up. He can plead the 5th. All right, look. Plead the 5th on my drug-induced testimony. That's crazy. Oh, Joshua, that was a lot of fun. I don't know. I'm still embarrassed when I see people wearing a mask. Like, look, I thought we were done with that. I thought that was in like 2022. Like, we're almost halfway through 2024. What are we doing? What's going on here, really? So, yeah, I don't know. That is a good question, though. Is his testimony valid? I'm sure somebody has already talked about that. So maybe I'll do some research. I'm not going to start looking in here now because y'all have already got me 9 videos deep on this crazy YSL case. I cannot believe we're still talking about this thing. And it's still going to be going on. That's the crazy thing. It's going to go on well into the fall. So if not even through the rest of the year, because I don't see any way that they're going to get that done before the end of the year. But maybe so. Maybe they'll just like fast track it. I know Judge Glanville has threatened like to have them come in on Saturdays and stuff like that. It's kind of wild, but it is what it is. Everybody, I want to thank you again. And the moderators as well as the live chat. Y'all are amazing. And I really do mean it. I'm not just saying it, but y'all add so much value to the show through your comments, through your back and forth, all that kind of stuff like that. It means a lot, and I really do appreciate it. And hanging out with me late. I know I started this live stream kind of late, and it's such like that. And I appreciate. I think at one point there was 120 y'all in here, and that means a lot that y'all took the time to hang out with me. I really do appreciate it. So let's do this again real soon. The tentative plan is tomorrow at 7. I'll go ahead and upload a thumbnail. Maybe we'll go over some of the bloopers from the YSL case. Oh my gosh. I can only imagine. I'm laughing because I know once I start watching it, it's going to be a hoot because it literally is like a circus. It's like a circus. So let's do that we'll do that on tomorrow. And then of course we got a lot of fun stuff planned for Sunday, and I'll tell y'all about that tomorrow. So everybody, I thank y'all so much. It really does mean a lot that you hang out with me. Thank you so much to the super chats. Thank you for everybody that's in the comment section, keeping the comments moving and grooving. I really do appreciate it. It means a lot. And I'm glad to have y'all. So let's do this again real soon. Everybody, thank you so much. And until next time, everybody, grace and peace. Take care.